This time on Greg's Garage, we roll to Dunlop's proving grounds in Birmingham, Alabama to try the all-new Sportmax Q3 with a bit of a twist. Give you an inside look into where it all happens at Troy Lee Designs, test Suzuki's mid-size cruiser, the M90, get you up to date on the latest news, take you on a journey around the web for some cool videos and more. It all happens right now. Hello everyone, and welcome to the coolest, hippest, and most talked about power sports lifestyle show around. I'm Greg White, the host of this little thing we have going on, Greg's Garage. And on this program, we bring you stories, news, events, and people from around the world of power sports. You know power sports, motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, watercraft, snowmobiles, and we're always around on gregsgaragetv.com. We have a YouTube page, youtube.com/gregsgaragetv. You can keep up with my day-to-day by following me on Twitter at Greg White. We have Facebook and Twitter, etc. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, because we travel around and bring you stories, and you get the inside scoop before it airs. Like a few weeks ago, when I took a trip to Birmingham, Alabama to visit Dunlop Tire's motorcycle-only tire proving grounds to ride the all-new Sportmax Q3. Looking at the front of Dunlop's Birmingham, Alabama proving grounds may say, ho-hum, this might be a little boring. But once you're behind the gate, it's a whole nother story. Dunlop does extensive testing in this motorcycle-only facility, from supercross tires, motocross tires, to street and road, and they have all the toys you want to play with. Although this was exciting and we wanted to get out and play, we were here for a reason, the launch of the new Sportmax Q3 sport bike tire, a tire that's designed to do it all for sport bikes. Do you want to ride your motorcycle to the track and then ride it on the track? The Q3 is the answer. Now before we get into impressions, how about some info on the all-new Dunlop Sportmax Q3 with carbon fiber technology? Yup, I said carbon fiber in a tire. Oh, that's a rhyme. Anyway, senior tester Danny Roberts explains further.
What we have in Q3 is carbon fiber, which sounds maybe a little surfacey on the surface, but it makes a difference. We've got a great new profile, new pattern, carbon fiber technology. The tires are just that much better.
Where is the carbon fiber?
It's in the sidewall, right in the area where the sidewall meets the tread gauge.
And what's the benefit of having carbon fiber in the sidewall?
Well, these tires actually have a bigger contact patch when you're at max lean. So when you have a bigger contact patch, the tire wants to squirm a little bit more. It works a little bit harder, gets a little hotter. Carbon fiber keeps it a little stiffer, but it's lightweight. You're not adding an entire belt or more cord material, that sort of thing in it. So it skins the cat a different way.
Carbon fiber technology is something that came as a benefit of our parent company. We're part of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company globally, and Goodyear introduced that technology into some of their passenger tires. And so it's a good synergy with a big company like that to be able to capitalize on that kind of knowledge. And again, trying to up the game from the Q2, if you will, was a tall order. Carbon fiber just helped us get that last little hurdle covered and bring the performance that we needed in this product.
For the journalists at the test, it was simple. Take the Q3 out on the 1.3 mile test track, one rider at a time because the course runs back on itself. Go ride Suzuki's GSX-R 600 and Kawasaki's new Ninja ZX-6R 636 model. We got half a day on the Q3 only, but after lunch, Dunlop let us go out on the Q2 followed by Q3 just to see how good the new tire is. When that was all done and dusted, we wanted to find out what the nation's best journos had to say.
The Proving Grounds track itself is quite unique. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. I've seen a lot of racetracks around the world. It's kind of loops back on itself, but fun layout. Second gear turns most of the place on like 1,000, even on a 600 too. So it's definitely a bit slow, but Q3 was more than up to the task coming around here, and we were able to burn some pretty good lap times and had fun.
Very impressed. I mean, the Q2, its predecessor, actually won our sport tire shootout last year. So we were thinking, it'd be a pretty tough call to make a tire that's actually better than the Q2. But Dunlop has actually done that. It's pretty amazing. It's really, really a great tire.
My first stint on the Q2s, I'm thinking this was right after lunch, and I'm thinking, it feels kind of like the Q3 felt on the Kawasaki 636 prior to lunch. But once I got a chance to ride on the Q3 on that same GSXR 600, it was pretty evident that, to me, what I felt was improvement in stability. Accelerating onto the front straight, you get a little bit of head shake with the bike, and it settled right in. And then the braking zone at the far end, you're going from 5th gear down to 2nd, hard straight line braking. The Q2, there's a little bit of movement, back end would wag a bit. The new tire seemed more composed, and then the turn-in point through this tight flip-flop chicane at the end of that straightaway. Certainly there was a bit more lightness in the steering and a little more neutrality as you dropped it to full tilt on your knee into the left and back to the right.
In the areas of like braking, it's just better stability, and that's not to say obviously that the Q2 is any bad tire or anything like that. I mean, it was a great tire, but this tire is just that much better on stability, especially on the brakes. Turn in and everything is easier. It just turns better. It has better side grip, edge grip. It just gets you around the track faster, around or down your own twisty road faster. It's just a better tire overall. It just gives you so much more confidence that it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I tested the Q3, the Q2, the predecessor, and a competitor brand also. I tried all three back to back to back, and I could write a novel with the differences I found, but confidence is a big thing when it comes to riding a motorcycle, and tires are the only thing hitting the ground, and it's what enables that confidence, and having a good set of rubber underneath you means the world. And I felt like I could do no wrong on the Q3s.
I was lucky enough to get a go on the Kawasaki ZX-10R with full data acquisition and lap timer. From the Q2 to the Q3, in 2 laps, I was 2.4 seconds quicker. With the Q2, I would get it in there, and I couldn't exactly get it where I wanted on the apex, but every time I was driving out. I had no choice, just kind of drive out. But this thing gave me the option with the Q3s to be able to turn it in, and then I could go, all right, I want a little bit tighter and go right to the cone and stay on the bike up. Or if I was carrying enough speed, I could just let it drift out. It gave you so many more options, This 190/55 is huge improvement over the Q2. Huge. Unreal.
Yeah.
The consensus, the top magazines in the nation agree, the Dunlop Sportmax Q3 is a winner. With increased performance and value, multi-tread technology built in, as well as new carbon fiber technology, this tire is the new talk of the sport bike community. Most sizes are available June 2013, with some others coming out in August and September. So get down to your motorcycle dealership and order yourself up the best traction for the street and the track.